Hi everybody, welcome back. This is part 2 of Day in the Life of a Pitmaster. And right now I'm just doing our seasoning for our briskets because we like to do that overnight brine. And again, our seasoning is a 60-40, so it's going to be 60% pepper and 40% salt. So yeah, we like our brisket peppery down here. But this is going to sit overnight for about 10 hours or so roughly, just depending on when you get it done. And then we'll pull them out in the morning and we'll let them sit for 30 minutes and then we'll get them ready to throw on the pit. But as you can see, I'm just doing a nice coat all over in that eye, do a little dab. And you also can just use your seasoning above here and just go over. You don't want to waste any seasoning. This stuff's expensive, even though it's just salt and pepper. Just gonna go over them nice and thick, and we will go over them once more with just some pepper to give that extra good bark, and that's when we lay them down in the morning. So now it's another part of the night. We season our ribs and we start with a little bit of our AZ gold sauce, and this is just for a little bit of a binder. Want to smear it around, pretty thin layer, and then you're gonna go a little heavy on the seasoning. So we make our own rib rub. We sell it in the store, but it's just a little bit of like cayenne, a little bit of sugar, garlic, onion, and a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So now we're at the stage where it's time to spray up the brisket and get it nice and wrapped and put it back on the smoker. So I'm just gonna do a nice spray to help it keep moist. Wrap it. We want to make sure we keep it nice and tight. Fold this in twice. And I'm gonna fold that in half right there. And use that as my little handle for it to keep it nice and tight. And then I'm gonna put my lean side towards the fire so it breaks it down even more, because your fat side should be ready by a little sooner and it doesn't need that much more heat. You want to finish off that lean side because it's gonna break it down a lot more. So this guy's looking really good. He has that nice dark bark. That's what we're always shooting for, You want to make sure it's still doing good. Probably needs about another 8 hours or so. But now that you got your bark, you want to wrap it because you don't want to over smoke it. And again, nice and tight, even edges. Kind of just want it to fold naturally. So we are wrapping up our pork. Has that nice color. This fat cap is broken apart and got that nice bark on there. But I'm gonna leave that down. I don't want to peel that off. So I'm gonna wrap it twice in foil. So we are wrapping it to put it back on here to finish it off so it gets that nice buttery, bag of buttery feel. Because that's what we shoot for. Everything here is done by field. The only thing that's temped is our turkey, and that gets pulled at 165. I will probably leave these on for about roughly 20 to 30 minutes just to finish them off to get that feel that I'm looking for. And then I will pull them and then they'll be ready to serve. This is another part of the night that we do, and that's going to be seasoning our pork. And we go pretty hard on this. This doesn't get a binder or anything, it's just straight seasoning on it. And we're just going to make sure we cover it all around. Get all those naked spots. So this is just the traditional salt, pepper, garlic seasoning. We like to keep our seasonings to that traditional Texas rub. The only thing that's different. That's not traditional Texas rub, is our ribs. But I mean, who only uses salt, pepper, garlic on ribs? Just want to go over these nice and heavy. We're at that stage where we start pulling our briskets. They have that nice feel to them. They're nice and squishy. They have that bag of butter feel. You know, I feel all the way through it to make sure. And I'm gonna put that bad boy right there. And I will go through every brisket and feel it. And if it's ready, it gets pulled. If it's not, it stays on a little bit longer. Yeah. These guys are good to go. Here is some guys aren't ready yet, so I'm just moving them around the pit and grabbing my ones that are. They'll just sit until we put them in our hot box. We take a 30-minute rest for our briskets with no heat on it or anything, and that's just so all the juice can go back and go through the brisket nicely. Also have different sizes of briskets coming and going. You know, it really just depends, and then it really depends on how you know your pit as well, just because there's different hot spots everywhere. Each pit is different, so you just kind of got to know. But that comes with doing it every day. All right, we just pulled our pork off. It's nice and ready. You can see how it's giving in right there. You know, it's nice and squishy. It feels like that bag of butter that we're looking for. This is exactly what you're going for. And then we'll throw it in our hot boxes. Let it sit overnight until it's ready to serve. So we are just finishing up. We're now shutting down the pit. We like to tallow our pits after every usage just to keep it like seasoned, kind of like a cast iron skillet sort of. So we just, you know, go all the way around, make sure you get all the nooks and crannies, rub it in there. And this is just our butcher paper with our homemade tallow. And we just go through it up and down. That's the end of the night crew for the pit masters at Caldwell. After the long day, after the long 14-hour day, this is what we do. Please like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for any other videos, please comment and we will be happy to do them.